what I'm basically trying to say is just be careful. Be careful, think worst case scenario and be prepared for it. Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. First video of the year I think this is going to be, although I have been out filming already this year, and I'll collect the footage and I'll probably put it together in another video and just use snippets from it. Our Leon, just over there, is out on a bit of a ramble today for a bit more content for his channel, so he asked me to come along for the ride. Beautiful scenic place that I'll show you throughout the video of where we are. We're in the hills just surrounding Bolton, which is Leon's old stomping ground. Yeah, we'll make a brew halfway along, we'll have a little bit of chat, see what you're all up to for the year. And yeah, stay tuned and I hope you enjoy the video. Doing a bit of swinging there. Made it through that little bit of a precarious bit. And now this is what we're faced with. Check this out. And our Leon, what are you running today, Leon, camera wise?
I'm running these two.
Two Osmo Actions, that's what I use just for the record as well. I left my one at home today. But yeah, Leon's gone and bought a second one on an eBay bargain. He loves them that much, he's using two of them. And to be fair, they are a really good piece of kit. The stabilisation in them is second to none. They have got a couple of little flaws, like when you switch over to the front camera, because it's one of the only action cameras that has a front and a rear camera. Sorry, screen, not camera. The front screen has a little bit of a delay. So you know, you wave, and then a couple of it's a split second later it'll follow you, so to speak. But yeah, they're a cracking piece of kit, and you can charge them off a battery pack. So when they start getting low, you just plug it into a battery pack and you can continue recording. You don't have to charge it up and then use it. You can be using it as it's charging, which is a fantastic feature. I'm on my big camera, I'm on my Canon EOS M50. So yeah, when the battery goes flat, I've got a spare with me, but you can't charge it off a battery pack, it has to be mains. There are some adapters and stuff you can buy for it, but yeah, I've not purchased one as of yet, I've not needed to. But yeah, we're going to carry on exploring. That's today's mission, today's adventure, is just go for a bit of an explore, see if we can find some places to wild camp later in the year when the weather warms up a little bit. So we were just trying to head down the river. We're going to go and do a bit of exploring just way down there. We were trying to scale over this bit just here, where it gets quite close to the banking side. Leon just had a quick problem with his camera, so we came back to a flat spot and we've noticed a little footbridge here, so we're going to attempt to go over that instead, get onto the other side and keep heading that way and see what's up there. As I say, Leon's filming some footage for his channel, so if you've not subscribed, please go along and subscribe. He's doing some interesting stuff about werewolves and Dogman at the moment, just trying to trace basically what I did on the Halloween video with Leon. He's kind of progressing that a little bit more, which is all very interesting. His last video was eerie. It had me on the edge of my seat, as it were. You need to go watch that, it's really, really good. But yeah, we'll fetch you back very soon when we're being attacked by a huge man with a dog's head. In usual speed fashion, I forgot to press the record button. I was trying to get Leon falling in coming across this, but he didn't fall in, so you didn't miss anything special. We're both across. We made it safe. I went first, being the lighter and smaller of the two. Bounced on it a few times to make sure we weren't going to go in and it wasn't rotten. But yeah, we're going to keep heading up that way. Really is a bit of an adventure today. Don't know what we're going to find, don't know what we're going to come across, but it's exciting, I'm not going to lie to you. New ground is always exciting. Right, we've just come to an impasse a little bit further up the river. We ain't getting through there, so we're going to go up and around just over there and see if we can find a way to cross, because we want to be on the other side really. But yeah, the adventure continues. What are you filming?
Found it.
Out?
No, behind us, the cliff.
Found a great little spot for a wild camp, but unfortunately there's a public footpath that runs on top of this cliff. Can you call it a cliff? Hill? Whatever it is. And there's just some houses just up there. I'm not sure you're going to be able to pick them out on camera, but there's some houses just up on the hill over there. So unfortunately it's not that stealthy. But yeah, what a great spot for a wild camp this would be. We've come to another impasse, so we're kind of stuck a little bit here. There was a bridge going across the river, which is where we want to be. We want to be on the other side really. We found the bridge. It's just there alongside a bank. It's not really a bridge anymore, it's just a piece of wood with a bit of mesh on it. So we thought we'd get across just here, but it kind of ends and it's a bit deep to go through with just walking boots. So I think we're going to have to go just around here. Whoa, I almost went. Up and around and see if we can get over the top and then find a way of crossing when we get a little bit further. But it's very precarious. It's good fun, I tell you. So that's where I've just come up. Just away from the corner, just over there where I just was, where I just filmed. And Leon's scrambling up now. And we're going to head over there, see if we can go up and round and find another way of crossing over the river. I lost my foot in there. See that hole just there? Yeah. And just there. So I've got a wet foot now, damn it. I didn't bring no spare socks. I'm not prepared at all. So we have a potential problem. One of us got across the river and one of us hasn't. The bank just gave way when I was trying to cross. So I stepped in and I went up to my ankle. So I'm thinking just there near those shingles is where I'm going to go across. I'm looking for somewhere that's not so fast flowing and hasn't got a deep spot. Because I don't want the flow of the river to take my legs out from underneath me and I end up with a broken camera. I'm not bothered about a few bruises, but I'm bothered about having a broken camera. So I'm thinking just here somewhere, because it's not that far to go. Well, that didn't work either. I put my tripod in the water just there and it came up like a third of it, which is kind of knee height. So I'm just going to go over and cross where Leon crossed. And if I end up with wet feet, I end up with wet feet. At least I know it's not massively deep there. But yeah, this is what the outdoors is all about. This is what exploring and rambling is all about. Just a bit of risk involved, I know. But hey ho, we'll see how we get on. Where was it? Was it there? Okay, right, so here we go. Leon's going to be filming on the other side. I'll knock this camera off and try and waterproof it as best I can. I made it, folks. I'm on the right side of the river. Both feet are soaked, but I'm here. Let's carry on rambling. So we've quickly crossed onto the other side of the river again. It's precarious, this is good fun. Feet are both soaking now, so there's no problems going in the river because my feet are already wet. We're basically looking for a cliff like this with a pipe coming out. Leon's had some reports of some suspect activity around there and he's kind of looking for it so he can capture it on film for his channel. Yeah, so we're still just wandering, exploring. No doubt we're going to have to go back across because there's another cliff just up here to the right. So we're probably going to have to cross onto that bit of grassland over there and just look across and see if we can see this pipe. But yeah, going to make a brew soon, getting a bit thirsty. Feet are cold. Here looks a good spot to cross. Yeah, I reckon so. So yeah, Leon just mirrored what I said. We'll cross, go over there and just have a quick drink, quick brew, rehydrate. Right, nothing special today, I'm afraid. I've just got a jet boil coffee on me and I've got some water and I've just been and collected a twig just so I can sharpen and make a stirring implement. I brought nothing to stir. So I'll get the stuff out the bag. The bag is a Maxpedition Mongo. I've had it for years. When I worked at the gun shop I used to use it as my daily pack. I used to carry my sandwiches and whatnot in it when I used to go to work. But I've got a clean canteen. I think this one is just over a litre, 1.182 litres, just with some water in, although you could probably boil that, it looks clear enough. You could probably boil that and that will be safe to drink. Not going to risk it just in case though. Bought this from the range, I think they're about £4.50 for a little gas canister. My jet boil copy that I got off my good friend, Fat Trucker I believe his name is, on here, so he'll probably comment below. And I got some sachets of caramelised honey coffee, Nescafe. So I'm just going to get a boil on, quickly make us both a coffee, and then we're going to carry on going and exploring a little bit further. We've both got very wet feet, so we're just chilling, rehydrating, and then we'll set off back. That's a fire. So that somehow fits in there. There you go. Let's get that on there and just leave it boiling for a few seconds. I'll put some stuff away and just take off the outer bark of this twig that I've collected to stir it with when we put the sachets in. So this is one I haven't shown you before. I bought this off a mutual friend second hand, but it's new to me, from the Preppers Meet. Not last year it was, I think, beginning of last year. It's a little Wessex Blades. It was made specifically for the guy I bought it off. Made out of 01 tool steel, I believe. There's the Wessex logo just there. But as it's little, it'll do fine for the jobs I want it to do today. It's not too threatening, if you know what I mean. If you got seen with this, I mean, you're not legal to carry this anyway because it's a fixed blade, but it's been locked away in a pocket of my bag. You have to open about 3 zips to get to it. But yeah, it's not threatening with it being so small. But nice little thing, beautiful little thing. It's one of the ones Scott's made that's got this this textured effect on it. I've polished the edge, made it really, really razor sharp. But absolutely stunning bit, one of the early ones, because it's, as I say, 01 tool steel. So now, usually I don't advocate using aluminium. The jet boil is the exception. This little thing here boils water so quick, you'd be stupid not to use one, but it's the only aluminium I use in my kit. Most of the other stuff I've gone over to stainless steel, so in the trailer you'll see me, all the kit is either cast iron or stainless steel. All my lightweight stuff is just thin stainless steel stuff. You can pick it up really, really cheap as well. I did leave a recent comment on Alexis Outdoors YouTube channel. She was carrying some stuff, containers, and it was aluminium, and she was just storing dry, I think it was tea or coffee beans in a dry aluminium container, but she wasn't cooking on it. Basically, the rumour goes that when you heat aluminium to temperatures that exceed certain degrees, they give off a poison gas that can lead to various diseases later in life. So just on a safe side, just as a word of warning for you all, just limit the amount of aluminium you use. As I say, I use it every now and again. I don't do that many camps where I bring the jet boil. But it is a controlled heat. It's not on an open fire. I'm not cooking on an aluminium pan on an open fire or anything like that. And there will be occasions where you do use it. I've done it in past videos and I've done it in the past, but I try not to. Just a bit of advice for you all. You can take it or leave it. Doesn't bother me. But yeah, this is almost come to a boil. It's only been on a couple of minutes. It's already steaming. You can see there. I've put the knife away. I've cleaned off my stirry stick, cleaned off all the outer bark, just to give it a stir. It was just an extra thing to bring, and we're very lightweight because we're mainly rambling. But yeah, just a little helpful tip. Try to keep your aluminium usage. I know it's light and I know it's convenient and I know it's cheap, but try and keep the amount you use aluminium limited. There's various other options out there. If you're vehicle camping, cast iron. If you've got a trailer like me or another vehicle you can bug out in, cast iron. Stainless steel, you can get carbon steels. Some real nice carbon steel frying pans that I'm looking at the moment, but they're quite expensive, so you've got to kind of justify it in your head. I've just put 2 sachets in there because there's 2 of us. We're going to be splitting this. As you can see, it's quite full. Give it a right good stir. Going to turn it off because I don't need a rolling boil. It'll be far too hot if I do rolling boil. Give it a right good stir with my stirry stick. Try and get all the lumps out, and then we're good to go. As you can see, that's looking quite full. Frothing a little bit. Going to have a job getting it off there. Incidentally, Leon forgot to bring a cup, so what he's done is he had a bottle of juice in the car. He's just taken the bottom off the bottle of juice with a sharp knife, and he's going to use that as his drinking vessel. These are going to go in my bag. As always, we advocate leaving no trace. I'm not just going to throw them in the river or leave them on the floor for somebody else to pick up, because that's just disrespectful. I'm just putting them in my bag behind the camera. I'm even going to take my stirry stick with me and throw it in the bin at home. I'm not going to leave a coffee stained stick on the floor here just to pollute the landscape. There's just no need. Keep stirring it for a few seconds. and then we'll indulge and carry on our adventure. Let's get some of that in there. Oh, that's hot. That's hot. That's real hot. Your cup's melted a bit. You could have made a bigger cup.
God, I've got gloves on.
Yeah, that'll go hard. I didn't even bring it to a proper boil, to be fair.
Wow.
We'll just let that cool off and I'll put that away. I thought, because we're not adding milk, I'm not going to bring it to a proper boil because it'll just be too hot and it'll stay hot for ages. So I just brought it just so it's bubbling gently. And yeah, we've got coffee to go. Good, let's have a coffee. So we're sat here on riverbank having our brews, and I hear all this rustling behind us, like boom, 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 boom. I look round and there's 2 deers running down that hill, run right to this tree, stopped there in front of us, and then shot off over there, ran through the river and ran up the bank on the opposite side. Shame I didn't have my camera going. Hopefully Leon was quick enough to get his camera going. Pop over to his channel and check it out, and hopefully he's got some footage, but they were really close. Guys, bit of an adventure today. We're going to start heading back to the vehicle because we're coming up to like 4:30. There's some bad weather coming in just over on the top of that hill over there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's some mist rolling in. We've just scrambled up the bank. The river's just down here. We spotted some brilliant spots for some wild camping that we might be doing in the springtime here. But as for the thing we were looking for, the pipe coming out the side of a cliff or a hill, we didn't find it. So either it's a wild goose chase or we just haven't walked far enough, but we have walked a fair old distance. I'm still halfway through my coffee. My coffee's just down there in the cup and I'm drinking it as we're walking. But yeah, we're going to head back to the vehicles and I'll fetch you back when we get back to the vehicle just to sign out. Right everybody, almost back to where we started, just going across this little footbridge. Just wanted to give a quick disclaimer at the end of the video. Obviously today I've been with Leon, I've been with a buddy. If you're doing stuff like this, always make sure there's at least 2 of you. We've been crossing rivers in and out. I've been using my tripod as a third proverbial leg, if you know what I'm saying. Leon's quite often had a branch or a, you know, a stick of some description to dig down, just steady himself up. Obviously the rocks in the water have got algae on them and they become very slippy. You could go over. So always think worst case. Luckily today we slipped a couple of times, lost our footing. I lost my foot in a hole, but nothing bad's happened. If something bad did happen, Leon's got a little first aid kit on him and we've got a bigger first aid kit in the car. What I'm basically trying to say is just be careful. Be careful, think worst case scenario and be prepared for it. I have got fire steel and I've got fire lighting stuff in my bag, so if we did have to stay out for whatever reason, we'd be safe, we'd be warm. Yeah guys, so we're going to head back up this hill back to the vehicle now. You can see how big it is. So I'm going to put the camera away because when I get to the top I'll be knackered and I'll be in no mood to talk to you all. Or anybody else for that matter. So it's going to be a quiet trip home, Leon. But thank you for inviting me out today, mate. Much appreciated.
Yeah, we've had fun.
We've had fun. It's been an adventure. It's been a right yomp. We've blown cobwebs off. We've had a right good walk. It's going dark now, so yeah. I'd like to have said we're staying out. I'm going to be camping out first week in February, I think. Just a little local thing with probably Leon, Rick, who has the series, and hopefully my older brother, who's coming over on a trip from Cyprus. So I'm going to introduce him to the coldest months of the year in the UK out camping. I'm probably going to be nice and let him have the trailer though, and I'll sleep on floor outside, naked, just to show how hard I am. Anyway folks, I'll sign off for now, and I'll hopefully see you all very soon in another video. You all take care, mind what you're doing.